the inevitable happens. We ordered a part. We got really excited. We went to install it without checking if it fit, and we fucked up. So we kind of thought it was weird that the new one we got was aluminum, and it kind of seemed like a better version. And that's because it's not for the 325i. So yeah. So we haven't showed you yet, but here's the big hole, and here's why we're putting the new subframe in it. And it's also why it's very unsafe to drive at this moment. So all those videos you've seen as of now have been very unsafe. So also, the inevitable with any BMW, and I don't know why we didn't think of this, the Guivo has left the chat. As you can see here, you probably should not have it torn and ripped. And you can see all of that movement, which is what we're feeling when we hit the gas, I guess. You don't want to look at that. You especially don't want to be driving on that. It's lucky that we haven't broken it yet, I guess, and left it stranded. This is a $1,000 BMW. I did drive it an hour from home. I somehow made it. Also, take two after the air compressor interrupted us. As I was explaining, we almost didn't make it home, so these are the remnants of our left front spring that has completely shredded itself. At about 75 mile an hour, the spring made its mark on the wheel and engraved a nice little ring all the way around. So we finally got some new coilovers for the drift beamer. We went ahead and went with some cheap ones, about 200 bucks. But the eBay special should do us good, we're hoping. As you can see, it's adjustable height and preload. So we're not just adjusting the preload to get really as low as we can. So, yeah.
They actually are adjustable camber, which I was very surprised about. I don't even really know what the brand of these are, or if they even like have a brand. They're just eBay specials. I went with the color I liked more. I didn't even really look at the specs. There were some purple ones out there, but they didn't have the adjustable camber. So I kind of ended up going with these ones.
For all we know, they could be the Brothers iBox. So, yeah, we're going to test them out and just see how it goes.
Way better than the old ones we have. So,
but yeah. Looking pretty crickety.
springless. Nice enough to kick the end link off. It's already off. Broken off. Rear-wheel drive left.
How about it?
Okay, do that like this.
That's so dumb.
What are you looking for?
Fucking air trap and air hose up here.
Number one way to remove an end link. These things are the biggest pain in the ass, and I just get so sick of it. The other side doesn't have one. We're probably just not going to run the square bar, I'll be honest with you. So I just decided to just cut it. I cut it closer to the sway bar side as we're replacing the struts. So that's why it's so long in there. As you can see, the end link is now free from the strut.
Separate assemblies.
Within 5 seconds. If you don't have a strut expander, you probably should just get yourself one. It makes like taking any McPherson strut or anything out like so easy. Takes it like, I don't know, it's just so much easier. No pounding or. If you can get it in there. Move my cut end link out of the way.
So you basically just get in there and turn it, and then it expands it. At least that's the hope.
Good to go.
Just like that. And you see that more room it gives you in there after you have it stretched out.
See, BMW doesn't like you to take the strut out while taking this brace off. I mean, you could probably. We're gonna go ahead and give ourselves a little more room there. This is a drift car.
So you see now we have a good extra ½ an inch.
Plenty of room to play. Oh yeah, perfect.
Bye-bye.
There's what's left of it. Not much left of it. It looks like these were already some used ones anyways. So this is the second pair this car's had.
The old junkyard special.
Or so. Maybe even more. Let's take a look at the new ones. A little rusty this one. Unless we get new bolts. And nuts.
Not really working with a lot of clearance right. So what do you do now?
I'm gonna shove them in there and hope they fit. Only thing I see is this ring's like different size. I don't know how we're gonna adjust
Our camber bolts?
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do it. Maybe BMW people will cut it out. I don't really know. That's a different. I don't know. I'm gonna stick it. I'm gonna do a dry fit and see what happens here.
It sounded like it might be a consult the forum kind of thing. They do line up like a champ.
Yeah, there is no way we could adjust our camber.
So it's kind of adjust it and put her in then.
I also don't. I'm trying to think what's the best way that would be. You obviously have to have it facing outward, like that. Yeah. I think adjust it all the way out, and if we don't like it, we can always just cut it out to make it adjustable. So you loosen these bolts and you've got this much of adjustment. And if you're seeing what I'm seeing, is it's got this much more right here. The only thing I really see holding it up is these bolts. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna take those babies out of there.
Why wouldn't a fella?
So I get a little more camber. Now I don't think the camber is like any kind of gain from a driving standpoint, but I do believe it will look lighter. So we're gonna just run it like that.
No, I might be wrong, but stand corrected. Style points are also a category.
Oh yeah, see? Now we're living like a BMW should.
If you're not questioning your safety on the track, then you shouldn't even be there.
No, you really shouldn't. Now we're gonna torque these babies down because we don't have access to them in the car. She's already looking 10 times better, as you can obviously see. So we went ahead and painted the wheels not black, because black are not it. No. I gave her a 5-minute wash in wax, and it's already done the world difference. Like obviously you can't feel it, but if you were here, smooth. Yep. We went ahead and put them front coils in because our subframe was wrong. We didn't mess with the rear at all yet. We went ahead and maxed the camber out. I know you can't really tell, but we need some spacers. We got a vent level. I know what you're thinking, these wheels are powder coats. Nope. Spray paint. You need to take them off the car. We went ahead and masked around the tire even. Didn't even demount the tires. So we went ahead and, previously these were black, which is like, I guess, the first mod of any BMW owner. I don't really prefer it very much. You obviously cannot go back to chrome. So I went ahead and went with the Fox Chrome, and I think they look better anyways. Now they know it's a kidney grill on your BMW, and when you see this behind your grill, or behind your car, up your ass, on the highway doing 75, this is what they're looking at right here. And if those are black, you're not gonna see them. So, I mean, that's kind of just an obvious thing, but really I don't have to explain it. As you can see, it's a really clean car. I think we're gonna have to get some eBay headlights in it. They're about $100 and you can get LED ones. Because BMW shit is just, for some reason, unreasonably cheap. For a $1,000 BMW, I don't think I could be any happier if I tried, honestly. I would drive this to anywhere right now. I'd probably take it to Florida tomorrow, if weather permitting. Also, I guess I need a subframe, but it's a dialed car and I'm pretty excited to get into things with it. We obviously have got to do a couple more things now with the guibo being ripped. The subframe is shot. I don't know if there's anything else we might need. We're gonna just try to get out there and just get some track time and improve the car as we need. We're just gonna try to fix everything that's worn, you know, where everyone else is on this car that loved her all up. So, yeah. It's time for us to love this baby. So as you can see, here's the coils. As you can also see, them babies are maxed out on the camber department. We do have thoughts that we could always just cut this out and extend it. But I think our next step is probably most likely going to be lower control arms or something like that. Obviously, we're going to need some more angle at some point, but we're going to try to stock angle it first because we've never really done it much to just kind of get into things. But I think taking that camber and just adjusting it all the way out was definitely the right thing to do. You can see right there, she's a lot sunk, but we get some spaces on there. I mean, that's gonna be a track car. You really can tell, like, the paint really is not in bad shape at all. Like, if we wanted to spend some time and, like, give it a cut and polish, I mean, we probably could take her right to SEMA. And I wouldn't be surprised if we came home with a trophy. But unfortunately, we have never drifted, and we'd like to get into this now, so
It sucks to take a beautiful car like this off the road, but it's gonna have to happen. I mean, it's got rust in the trunk. That can't be repaired.
I mean, if we didn't buy it, like, who we shitting? It would be off the road.
It'd be off the road, no doubt. We recently realized that somebody had changed the fader to all the way in the back with the speakers, and these speakers are actually pretty goddamn good. So now we're gonna have tunes on the track. I mean, really, what else can you really ask for?
Yeah.
On next week's episode, we're gonna go ahead and get that rear subframe issue addressed, starting with a different subframe that actually fits the car.
Yep.
We're gonna get those brake lines that the previous owner did a terrible job with.
Horrendous.
I mean, they're not rusted out, but they're not good either.
It stops, but I don't know how.
So after all that, we're gonna get the rear suspension figured out, put the new springs, the new struts in, shocks. While the subframe's out, we're gonna weld the diff. Go ahead and get both wheels spinning when you actually want to.
No more one wheel peel. It's enough of that.
You don't want that shit. Nobody likes that.
I don't like that.
Nobody thinks you look cool, especially in a BMW. They just think you got the base model.
Yeah.
And this thing is clearly an M3, so I don't know what that's about.
We don't want people spreading rumors. So.
Can't have that.
Nope.
After we get all them issues addressed, before we put the drive shaft back in, we're gonna go ahead and put in a new guibo, because our guibo is shot, not guiboing.
No. No Guibo left. Previous owner had a big love for the Guibo, so it must be she's had enough. So.
This car must have loved clutch dumps, which, I mean, I can't blame them.
I mean, that's what we bought it for, so.
Yep.
Yep. I guess 170,000 miles is the limit on a Guibo. Of hard driving and clutch dumping, so. Yeah, hopefully we get the same amount out of it.
Also gonna try to adjust our e-brake, because it currently doesn't only work. It only works on one side, kind of.
Yeah.
And we need that e-brake to initiate our sick-ass drifts.
Yep. So, obviously plans for like hydro in the future, but we want to test out the car and see what it is first, and not just go throwing unnecessary stuff at it. So, yeah.
Future. Go ahead.
Thanks for watching. Can't wait to look forward to next time and all the shit we do.
Next episode, you already know what we're doing, so see you there.